What's up, everybody? My first actual cooking video. This is probably one of the easiest things that I make, but it's probably everybody's favorite thing that I make. So today I'm gonna make some smoked mackerel dip. Okay, I went out fishing today and we caught a few Spanish mackerel. You can use king mackerel or whatever. And I've got them filleted up and I've got them ready to go. Let me show you what I'm working with and I'll walk you through the steps of how I put this together and how it becomes everybody's favorite thing that I make. We've got the Spanish mackerel fillets, and you can see that they're little small strips. And the reason for that is this is a whole fillet right here. And you can see I've taken the, there's some bone line that comes through here and a blood line. There's some bones, little pin bones that are through there. So what I've done is I just basically end up cutting them in half. So I've dried these. I washed them, I dried them. They were cold, sitting cold. I usually have to keep this Spanish mackerel cold because if not, it starts to get a little mushy. And I have all my ingredients up here. You see I've got some jalapenos, I've got some green onions, some smoked paprika, some garlic powder and some onion powder, some sour cream. It doesn't matter what kind of sour cream you use. You can use light, fat-free, whatever. This is just what I grabbed. And then some mayonnaise. And those are the main ingredients, and that's really all it is to it. But the key thing is to smoke these, and that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna get these ready. I'm gonna start seasoning them up. All right, so I'm gonna season these up. First I'm gonna put some smoked paprika on them. Okay, that's a little too much. Look at that. Woo! Okay, well, we'll just, that's fine. We don't really need that much on it. The opening on this thing is huge and I'm trying to watch the camera. All right, I'll be a little bit more careful. That's all right. It doesn't really matter. And you can see, maybe you see the skin still on there. A little bit of skin on there is fine. I try to fillet these, but Spanish mackerel have really, really thin skin. So they're kind of hard to fillet sometimes, but it doesn't matter. It's gonna cook off on the grill. I don't measure anything also, so if you're looking for amounts and how much goes on this, you're just gonna have to wing it like I do. I wing almost all of my recipes. Now, just for a little salt. This salt kind of comes out, so little salt here. All right, so I've got the smoker going. Let's go out there and put some of these on and see what we do out at the smoker. All right, so here's the smoker. It's got the smoker going. You can see the smoke is pouring out. I've got the smoker set to 225. I have a pellet smoker, so this is what I use. Let's see what we're working with in here. Ooh, got some good smoke coming up. I'm gonna brush this a little bit. All right, and I've got some cooking or some vegetable spray. I'm just gonna spray on these grates to just kind of make sure this fish doesn't stick too much. All right, it should be good. Now we're just gonna put our fish onto the smoker. For those of you that don't know anything about Spanish mackerel is kind of a oily fish. It's actually really good in fish tacos. You can see these little strips. I mean, you just bread them up and fry them up and put them in a little taco with some coleslaw, or not some coleslaw, but some cabbage. Make you a little drizzle to go on there, like an avocado drizzle, or maybe you just do like a peach salsa or mango salsa. Fantastic. This is the secret ingredient. This is why everybody loves this dish. They just don't realize it, but everybody loves green onions. If you don't love green onions, you got a problem, because they're delicious. I guess you don't really have a problem. But this is the secret ingredient. These green onions that I'm about to chop up, this is what makes this dish delicious. Everything else is secondary. Well, you got to have the fish. The fish is good too. But this is the key. Now, like I said, I don't measure anything, so this might be too much green onions, but that's fine. I'll just use what I need to use and put in there, and the rest I'll put in a bag and use for cooking tomorrow or the next day. And now I'm gonna chop up the jalapeno. All right, let's go check these out. Let's go see how they're doing. I think they're probably about ready. All right. Let's see what we got here. Smells good, man. I wish you could smell this. Wish I had some smell-o-vision. That's what I need, is smell-o-vision. This looks great though. It's hard to the touch. They've kind of dried out, which is good. Like I said, we want them to dry out. So now we're gonna try to transfer them. This is gonna be a difficult. I'm gonna try to transfer them into this bowl, holding the camera. Try to get you. Oh, look at that! They're just sliding right off, not sticking at all. It's great. Just put them in this bowl because I'm just gonna mix them up in that bowl. A little stickage. That's all right. Oh. It's hard to look at the camera and make sure I got the camera pointed at the grill. Scoop these things at the same time. Oh, look at that. I really wish that you could smell this stuff. This is so good, man. This stuff is fantastic. Oh, it's not, you know what, honestly, this stuff just smoked just like this, it's okay. It's not my favorite thing, I'll be honest with you. I don't like to eat it just plain like this, but with all this other stuff that I'm gonna put in there, oh, it's fantastic. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna let this cool down for a little while, and then we are gonna put all the ingredients in there. All these things that we have here on the counter, the jalapenos, the green onions, the sour cream, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, the mayonnaise, the garlic powder, the onion powder, the smoked paprika. We're gonna mix all that up together in this bowl once it cools down a little bit, and we'll get it going. All right, so we've let it cool off a little bit, and now what I do is I just break this apart with my hands. I mean, that's the easiest way, and just kind of, you just break it into little pieces. I mean, this is gonna take a minute because it's a lot of fish, and if you get some little hard pieces, just, break them into little pieces. You won't notice it. Once you put, like I said, you're gonna rehydrate this with this mayonnaise and sour cream. All right,
So we've got it all broken up. There's still some big pieces in there, but that's fine. They'll break up when you mix it up. And this is why I don't really have measurements for this, because I never know how much fish I'm going to do. I just kind of do however much fish I catch. I would, you know, I couldn't even tell you where to start. I'll show you the consistency and the consistency basically of what we're gonna go for here, and you can kind of go by that. All right, so first we'll start with the sour cream, because I like more sour cream than I like mayonnaise. Stir that up, and we'll put some, it's probably gonna take quite a bit of sour cream. And I usually like to start maybe a little light, you know, a little light, what I think is a little light. And then, because you can always add, but you can't take out. All right, so I've got some sour cream in there. All right, I'm gonna put some mayonnaise in. Probably about half this amount of sour cream. That'll be good. All right, and we're gonna mix it up and see what we look like for, oh yeah, we're gonna need a lot more. I can already tell it's soaking it up. We're just gonna need a ton more of sour cream and mayonnaise. I'm probably gonna use all of the sour cream. Probably should have got a bigger one. That's all right, we'll make it work. So you see what we got here? It's starting to come together. Put the rest of the sour cream. All right, well, this is, it's a little bit too thick, but luckily, thankfully, I have another thing of sour cream. This is a lot of dip. I'm gonna be sharing this with a few people, so it looks like a lot of sour cream, but this is gonna go a long way for this dip. All right, now we're starting to get the consistency, kind of like a spread, you know? All right, so now I want to throw in, it's not quite mixed up yet, but now I'm going to throw in some jalapenos, just kind of a handful, and see what it looks like in there. Let's make that a handful and a half, and then let's put in some of these green onions. A lot of green onions. Because remember, that's the secret ingredient. All right, so now we've got the green onions in there, and we're gonna mix this up. Oh yeah, look at that. Woo, that looks good. Man, look at that. And it smells fantastic. Now we need to put some of the seasonings in there. We need some garlic powder, and I usually put a lot of it, okay? And let's put some onion powder. And again, I don't measure it. I just put it in there until what it is what I think it needs to be. And I'll taste it and see how it tastes. And need a lot of salt. Okay. There's some pepper. All right, stir this in there.
Here we go. Let's see how it tastes. That's pretty good. Needs a little bit more salt.
All right, once we get this to the consistency that we want it, and we get the taste to it that we wanted, and I've tasted it a couple times and added a few things, just do it to taste. Add some onion powder, add some garlic powder, add some salt, add some pepper. You know, just add what you want on how you like it and what tastes good to you. I just add those things because that's what I like. That's the taste that I like, and I think I've got the taste that I like now. So now I'm gonna transfer it to this bowl right here. Then this next step is pretty important. I'm gonna try not to dump all this out, but this next step, you're gonna take and you're gonna put some smoked paprika in this dish, and just to cover the top of it. I'm going very slowly because these openings are ginormous.
All right, so now the last thing to do, I've got it kind of set up on a little tray here for you. If I was going to a party or having a party, maybe I would set it up like this. You know, this is just kind of a throwing together. I'm not really trying to set it up all fancy. I'm just trying to show you that now we have the finished smoked mackerel dip, and we have our crackers. Let's give it a shot. I like these Ritz crackers. Let's try it out. Oh, it's thick, creamy. Here we go. That's really yummy. It's gonna be even better when it sits in the refrigerator for a little bit. Man, that is good. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my smoked mackerel dip. That's how I make it. Like I said, I don't follow any recipes. I just kind of put it together. It usually comes out tasting kind of the same. The green onions, the jalapenos, the green onions being the secret. Smoke the fish, all that stuff. You just saw how I did it, so I don't need to explain it again. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, shoot me some comments below. If you have a recipe for smoked mackerel dip you think maybe I should try, let me know. I'm willing to give it a shot. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.